All right. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. I want to start by wishing all of you a very happy National Volunteer Appreciation Week. My name is Jenny Tatum, for those of you who I may not have met yet. And so I've had the honor of serving as the Director of Volunteer Engagement at Lutheran Social Services for the last 8 years. And I am always impressed by the skills that our volunteers, like all of you, bring to your volunteer roles, whether that's an artistic skill of sewing or being able to speak multiple languages, or even just the skills of patience and perseverance as you help clients walk through navigating various systems. And I'm grateful for the longevity and reliability that you bring to your roles. We encourage a philosophy in the volunteer program at LSS in learning with and alongside the people that we serve. And so I want to thank each of you individually for doing that work. We understand that as an organization, we exist because there's some kind of injustice in the world, and that the whole community can benefit when we assist each other in this work. And I want to thank you for stepping up and taking on a part of that. This past fiscal year, we had 670 volunteers serve across our 4 counties and across our agency. And this is a mix of people. This is people like you who serve on reoccurring positions. And it's also volunteers who serve at one-time events or special events, especially around the holidays. So, as I mentioned, we're recording tonight because we have a huge amount of volunteers across our counties that can't be here tonight. So whether you're watching this later on or you're here joining us live tonight, I just want to thank you. We're going to have fun tonight in celebration of all your hard work. We have some raffles, some trivia games. We have a wonderful volunteer video that our communication specialist put together to share with you as well. And we also want to highlight some special award winners who went above and beyond this year and were nominated by their fellow volunteers or by other members of our staff. So thank you so much for joining us and for being partners in action all year long. And we'll go ahead and start with the party. So I'll turn it over to Jessica, I believe, for our first game. And you know what? I have a point of clarification that she's going to bring up a wheel that's going to have a raffle. And if your name is not listed, or if you didn't RSVP and you just joined us right now and you want us to add you to the game, feel free to put your name in the chat box. I believe if you RSVP'd and you had the link, you're already included. But if you just joined us, feel free to put your name in the chat so that Jessica can quickly add you to the first game that we're going to play.
Great. Thanks, Jenny.
Thank you.
So I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Can all of you see that okay?
We
Yes.
can. And you know what? Actually, Jessica, as you're bringing that up, I wanted to take just a quick moment to let you guys know that in addition to myself, you'll hear from most of them tonight, but I'm joined by an incredible volunteer engagement team. And we are now up to 4 members of our team, which is really awesome. And Jessica is coming to us from Tucson. We have Lane Clausen, who is based in our Phoenix office. And then we have Denise Lopez, who is going to be helping mostly with our tech tonight if you have any questions. And she runs our Refugee Youth Mentorship Program and is the volunteer liaison for that. Okay, take it away, Jessica. Sorry about that.
Okay, no problem. So welcome everybody. Thank you guys so much for all that you do for the community and for LSS. And we're going to start off with some trivia. So just very simple. There's going to be 9 questions, but if you pull up your chat, the first person to answer the question correctly, most of them are multiple choice. There is one true or false. So you just have to put the letter in the chat box, and we're going to keep tally. Whoever scores the highest will win a prize. So let me know if you guys have any questions about the chat before I move on to the first question, so that way everyone's set and ready to go. You guys good?
I think so.
All right, let's do this. Okay, question 1. How many people has LSS SW served through March 2026? A, 6,498, B, 10,836, C, 90, oh, that's not 90, 89,624, or D, 26,195.
You guys are speedy.
Yep, give everyone a moment to answer, and then we'll go ahead and move on. Let's see. Okay, and answer one, Patty, it looks like you got that first, is B, 10,836.
Actually, I see some people before Patty, by the way.
Oh, did you? Okay. Sorry.
But I know Denise is our grader, so you don't have to
Yeah,
check.
okay, Denise is keeping an eye on it since I'm doing both, but sorry, Patty.
No problem.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Patty. Yeah.
No, that's okay.
I guess I'll stop.
I see Patty too.
Oh, you saw her too? My first came up with Cynthia
Okay.
for me, so I don't know. We're coming at different speeds. Okay, I'll let Denise be the final say.
And I'll just read the questions. Okay. So, question two. This past Christmas, volunteers and donors collected robes and slippers for our aging and disability clients. How many clients from this program received a Christmas gift? A, 305, B, 550, C, 1,323, and D, 120. All right. Now for the answer. So the answer was 550. Aging and disability clients received both a new pair of slippers and bathrobes. This is not including our other clients who received a Christmas gift agency wide. So this was just for our Southern Arizona aging and disability clients. But we had over 1,500 clients statewide that received gifts from your generosity. Question 3. What celebrity holds the Guinness World Record for granting over 650 wishes through the Make-A-Wish Foundation? A, Dolly Parton, B, Leonardo DiCaprio, C, John Cena, or D, Beyonce? Any more guesses? All right. The answer is C, John Cena. That one stumped my husband. Question 4. What in-kind campaign will start in May? A, baby shower drive, B, spring cleaning drive, C, Christmas drive, or D, back to school drive? And the answer is our back to school drive. So we are wrapping up our baby shower drive right now. And in May, we will be starting our back to school drive for all of our students who will be attending school in August. What date was Arizona founded? February 14th, 1912. B, February 16th, 1921. C, October 31st, 1914, or D, March 26th, 1899. You guys were quick on that one. And the answer is February 14th, 1912. Question 6. What is the newest division added to LSS's core services? A, Fund Development, B, Partners in Action, C, Community Collaboration, or D, Come and See? Okay, and our answer is B, Partners in Action. So it's a new way to unite your voice, your time, and your resources in service to our neighbors in need. You can engage with our mission in 3 powerful ways: advocate, donate, and volunteer. So you are all a partners in action. And then our other 3 programs are refugee and immigration, family and community, and aging and disability. Okay, here's your true or false. All 4 members of the volunteer services team were born and raised in Arizona.
No fair.
Hey, you got 50-50 chance.
That's right. Hey, if you could play 50-50, everybody said false so far. So if you just go for true and it's true, you're the first one to get it right.
Hint, which is why I'm not going to the next slide. All right, so the answer is true. Lane's from Tempe, Denise from Yuma, Jenny from Phoenix, and then I'm from Welton, also Yuma, if you want to know where it's at. Okay, second to last question, question 8. How many volunteer hours were served in FY 24-25? All right. And the answer is B, 17,127 hours. And last question, which volunteer program did we receive funding to begin in Maricopa County? A, building playgrounds for foster families. B, refugee youth mentorship. C, reading practice to dogs. D, blood drives in our program spaces. And the answer is our Refugee Youth Mentorship Program. And Denise is the one overseeing it in Maricopa County, and I oversee it here in Pima County. And it's been going for what, about 7 years in Tucson?
About a little less than that, about 3 or
Little
4
less than
in
7.
Tucson, and we just got it for the first time in Phoenix in August. So yes, we always love to find mentors. So if you have a friend that would like to mentor a 15 to 24-year-old refugee, we got to shout out that need because it's a brand new program here in Phoenix. So yes. Well, I will, before we move on to our next section, we want to find out who the winner is. So I can see Denise is tallying away, but I will let her unmute and reveal the winner.
So congratulations to our winner today, who is Cynthia. Congratulations, Cynthia.
Good job, Cynthia.
So we have lots of prizes. I have them at my desk, actually. So we will contact all of our winners. We'll have 3 prizes tonight. So I will contact you. You can pick your prize and we'll get that to you in the mail. Or if you're going to come by one of our spaces, you can pick it up. But all of the prizes can be mailed. So congrats, Cynthia. Well, now I would just like to introduce the next section of our awards and our party today. So every single volunteer that we have, all of you that are on this call, all that will watch later, and those that serve across all of our counties, we are just so grateful. But there are some people who have really gone above and beyond that we wanted to give some special recognition to. And these, again, have all come in from nominations and then were selected for a particular department or for a particular project that they worked on. And so Lane and Jessica are going to share these winners. And I know some of you are on tonight, so thank you for joining us. We're just so incredibly grateful for all that you've contributed to Lutheran Social Services. And with that, we'll go ahead and announce our 2026 winners.
Thanks, Jenny. And so kind of what we did was we just took a sentence out of the nomination that we wanted to share with you, that those who were nominated and the nominees wrote about them specifically, so it's from the person who nominated's voice. So our first is Volunteer Excellence in Refugee and Immigration Services. So we have Tom Barker, who was a former employee and came back and worked in our refugee and employment office, and he is such a delight. If you are in the Tucson office and you have the joy of meeting him, he's great. But this was something that they said his work reflects social justice and he actively helps refugees access employment opportunities and builds sustainability in their lives. So thank you, Tom, so much for everything. And then the next person is Cynthia. So thank you for joining us, Cynthia. Through her consistency and kindness, she has built a relationship of trust that goes beyond tutoring, becoming like family to them. When I read that, I just thought that was so sweet. So thank you so much for all you do and your kindness and your warmth. Our next is Volunteer Excellence in Administration, and I believe Bonnie is on too, and I got to see Bonnie today at the office, so thank you for keeping your volunteer up even during Appreciation Week. She actively champions diversity and social justice by creating an inclusive environment where every individual feels seen and valued, providing the true dedication is measured not just in hours, but in the integrity and grace she brings to our mission every single day. So thank you guys so much for everything. We really appreciate it. And I'm going to pass it on to Lane for this one.
Yes, and so we have Jane, who is listed here. She's not on with us today, but we have a photo of her on the right. She won Special Project Award, which is something that somebody did that goes above and beyond what would be kind of just a typical volunteer project. So Jane was able to work with a family to make sure they secured affordable housing. So from Jane was, I have personally seen them go above and beyond to advocate for families in need, ensuring they have access to resources and opportunities that improve their quality of life. And then we have two people who won for Volunteer Excellence in Women's Empowerment. So we have Brittany Isley, who is down in Tucson. And then Brittany has demonstrated quality by coming prepared to class with project ideas and has tailored her instruction with each client regardless of her or of their experience. And then Tess is in Phoenix, and Tess, she goes regularly above and beyond in their volunteer role, always willing to help wherever needed. Her reliability and kindness and commitment make a meaningful difference and inspire others to get involved. And next, we have 5 people who won for Volunteer Excellence in Family and Community Services. So we have 3 people who won for our Child Abuse Prevention Council members. So we have 1 from each area, and I believe we have the presence of one of them today. Amy, I think I saw Amy on earlier. Yep. So Charlene Allen has contributed impactful testimonials for our newsletter and social media campaign, helping encourage participation in family coaching and council involvement. And then Amy, who we have here, is a huge supporter, big supporter of our family resource centers and heavily involved in our Child Abuse Prevention Council. And then Angela Leone. Angela goes above and beyond by assisting with decorating, setting up, cleaning up, and creating welcoming spaces like photo booths. And then we have two additional winners, Marcy and Susan from our food pantries. So for Marcy, thank you not only for being a volunteer in our pantry, but also a familiar face and name to those who visit. And Susan, thank you, which I believe I saw Susan on here as well. Thank you for all your hard work, dedication, and communication throughout the transition of receiving new leadership in the food pantry. We truly appreciate how welcoming and comforting you are to LSS staff, volunteers, and the community. Congratulations to our volunteers in Family and Community Services.
And our next awards are Volunteer Excellence in Aging and Disability. So Sue and Renee are two volunteers who come into our Sierra Vista office, I believe, and they just donate in-kind donations without even us asking. They know the needs of their neighbors, and they just step up and drop off items all the time to that office. So this is what someone wrote. They said they are always helping out with donations, reflecting their value of kindness and service to those in need. So it's always great to see. And then our volunteer excellence and partners in action is Mariah, and she feels deeply and emphasizes with our clients in a way that generates thoughtful action.
Okay, and I get the honor of announcing our Excellence in Volunteer Engagement, which is our employee side. So, as many of you know and work with, a volunteer supervisor, someone who is on our paid staff that works with you and it is able to be creative, hopefully appreciate those of you that are coming in and serving of your free time. And so, the people that were acknowledged in this area this year were throughout our offices. The first was in Tucson, Alma Zamora. She was chosen because of her work with our refugees, particularly those who are in looking for employment. And she's always engaging volunteers. When she's thinking about a project, she's thinking of how volunteers could assist her. And she's really consistent with her communication, not only with the volunteers, but also with Jessica and the way that she asks for and recruits volunteers in that area. Jay Eberly is part of the Partners in Action team, and she specializes in our advocacy work and engaging volunteers and staff in everything from Lutheran Day at the Legislature to understanding voting rights and how to advocate for the clients that we serve. And she also works very closely with our volunteer interns, those that are coming in with their master's in social work and working alongside Connie. And so Jay serves as the executive assistant and helps to engage those interns that help Connie. And lastly, we have Rafi Wynn, who works in our Refugee and Immigration Department in Tucson. And Rafi is one of those people that wants every single refugee family he works with to have a volunteer. He understands the importance that you all bring to the lives of the families that he's working with, and he wants every resource to be available to them. So every time he gets a new family, he says to us as the volunteer team that he would like a co-sponsor, he'd like volunteer tutors, he'd like in-kind, whatever we can find for his families, he asks for it and makes sure that they have what they need. So he is a great cheerleader for this work and is really just sees the value in all of you and what you're able to contribute. So we are grateful for partners like them in the work that we do. And that, I believe, concludes our 2026 award winners. So congratulations to everyone that is on today or that will watch this later. That was one of our winners. So thank you.
Congratulations, everyone. So I'll go ahead. This is one of my favorite things of all time, and I don't know why. I think it's because of COVID, but we are now going to spin the raffle wheel. That's really hard to say. So I'm going to pull it up, and like Jenny mentioned, if you don't see your name, let me know, and I can just add you really quick. Give me one moment. Okay. Okay, so there is a little panel right here with names. I will scroll through them, give you guys a second just to look to see. I'm pretty sure everyone should be on there, but again, I don't want to miss anyone. So, okay, I'll shuffle it a couple of times. All right, everyone ready? All very suspenseful. Let's see what happens. Oops. Okay. So, Bonnie, I'm just removing you because we are doing this one more time. So I don't want you to win all the prizes. But congratulations. We will contact you with your prize options. And then I believe, Lane, the video is next. If you'd like to, I'll stop sharing and.
We do our work in partnership with the community.
Actually, I will say to start, you may, if you can't hear it super well, just make sure you turn your sound up. That way we can hear it.
We do our work in partnership with the community. We do our work as an extension and as a ministry in partnership with individuals and congregations and schools and business groups and people with a heart for others. I'm so grateful for volunteers, for the people who are willing to give the most precious thing they have, which is time. They're willing to take their time and to give it to others. I mean, just yesterday, there was a team that went and from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. were at various pharmacies to make sure that people had all the vaccines they needed. They even got home and made folders for each person with all their documents, and now they know where to find all that information.
I have gotten to know you in a personal way, not just through what you give, but through who you are. You come and you give us your heart. You give us your wishes, your dreams, your prayers. I remember one of my volunteers saying, I'm blessed. And if I'm blessed, I want to be a blessing.
Our interns come in with good ideas. They're thinking outside the box. They're only thinking of the possibilities. And sometimes you need that injection of enthusiasm into your work.
One volunteer actually brought a grant to us that we worked together on and were awarded $8,000 to assist with Lutheran Day at the legislature. And she actually spearheaded that grant and helped to put it together.
Sometimes they even connect them to different resources. So it's more than what we think. You know, when they are connected to our clients can even go with the question that we didn't think about. And the volunteer will come in and help.
I really enjoyed meeting the volunteers we had over Christmas. And even though it was just at one time, I think that they came in and they were so supportive. They were so, excited to help. They were so kind and gentle with the families.
Volunteers are mentors for me. They mentor the young kids that I work with. Mentors are invaluable to me and to my clients. I think a lot of my kids value having a positive adult in their life.
You matter. Your work matters. Whatever you bring to the table matters. It's that missing piece that we all need, and you're the only one who can bring that piece.
And I just want to say thank you to all the mentors and all the volunteers that work with us at LSS.
It's also another way of actually connecting with the community. We need the community to succeed. It's not something that we can do alone. Our population is actually getting resettled into the community. So there is no way that we can succeed without the community. So the community is working with us through volunteers. So that's why I say it's very important to have them around.
Our volunteers are a great example of what treasurers look like. Their contributions and investments to our organizations are priceless. So I would say to our volunteers, thank you for all that you do.
They make our resources go further. They let us help more people. They let us do deeper work. And so thank you for that.
You will have had a profound impact in bringing love and joy into the world. So thank you. Because of volunteers, we can operate 2 food pantries, and we can deliver pet food to older adults in our aging and disability program in Tucson, and offer tutoring to foster children, mentor refugees. We can create meaningful programs and events at our family resource centers because of the ideas and efforts of our Child Abuse Prevention Council. And the list goes on. There are so many volunteers who serve from behind the scenes. People that may never walk into one of our program spaces or offices or even meet the clients, but they spend hours quilting blankets for new babies or collecting hygiene supplies in their neighborhood for refugees, or shopping in the supermarket for items to bring to one of our food pantries. And it all matters. And because of you, our volunteers, our neighbors are cared for. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lane. Now we're going to do the wheel one more time.
Oh, Alicia. Congrats.
Okay. I believe. Sorry, my computer froze. But I believe that was the end. Mine is showing our sponsors, so when that comes back up. But thank you guys for joining us. Jenny, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Well, I know she's going to bring the sponsors up. I'll just share that all of our award winners are getting some gifts, and we work really hard to save our funds at the organization. So many of the gifts that they get will be things that the community donated, various museums or restaurants, and we put some gift bags together for them, but also our raffle prizes that we'll be giving away. And I know it's hard to have a party where it's just a lot of program and not a lot of talking. So because we have 10 extra minutes, I would love if anyone wants to unmute, they are welcome to share anything that they would like. That does conclude our program for the evening. So if you do need to get going, you are welcome to sign off. But if you would like to unmute and share any thoughts, questions, or messages, you are welcome to do that at this time.
Yeah, I would like to thank LSS, all of you guys who work there for your dedication, and especially during this really hard time when we're having to decide what we can do with what the messages. No, you can't do this, you can't do this, but you guys are still serving people, and I want to say how much we appreciate that.
That means so much. Thank you, Cynthia.
And I'll add, if you are in Tucson and aren't doing anything Thursday night, we are having a celebration at the zoo. It's a free event. It's going to be from 4:30 to 7 at the Tucson Zoo. I'll have a table there, but there's going to be organizations from all over this, all over Southern Arizona represented, and it's just a fun time to come to the zoo after hours.
And if you're in Phoenix and want to make the trip, you're welcome to go as well.
Yes, of course. And if you do, please come find me and come say hi at the table. And then it did work, so.
Well, thank you so much for the messages in the chat. Yes, so here are our donor slides. So some of the prizes will be coming to you from these places. And we are just so grateful. Happy National Volunteer Appreciation Week to each and every one of you. And we'll make this link, this recording available. So if you'd like to rewatch it, or if you'd like to share it with your friends and family, if you're one of the award winners, please do. We'll also have a link just to the video. So if you'd like to share that with others as well, we'll have that available too. So our volunteer services team will hang on for a few more minutes if anybody would like to stay on, but we hope you enjoy your evening, and thank you for celebrating with us. We really appreciate each and every one of you.
Thank you all so much.